Good morning, Utica Academy of Science parents, students, and staff members. My name is Kadir Yavuz. I am the Director of Information and Instructional Technologies at Science Academies of New York. I would like to check in something with our viewers today. Can you please type into the chat if you can hear me and see the screen? All right, so let's get going then. Today on our agenda, I'm going to explain the lottery process and explain the ELL preference, outline the next steps for the families to take after the lottery drawing. We will run several mock drawings, and then you can see how the lottery software works. And then we will start running the actual drawing for the students who are in K4 and 6 through 12 for the upcoming school year in 2021 and 2022. So who is on this lottery today? The Science Academies of New York Charter Schools application closed on Wednesday, April 1st, 2021 at midnight. So this is a charter school law, and we have to follow this guideline. The applications that we received before the deadline and the students with a New York State residency, they are all on this lottery today. We continue accepting applications. Any applications which are submitted after the deadline are going to be placed on the waiting list. So the lottery software, it's a really simple lottery software. There are several steps that I'm going to follow every single time. I'm going to select the grade level from the second step, and then we will see how many students are on the lottery. And then I'm going to type in how many open positions are available in the grade level. This is the optimum speed that we have tested over the years. I will try to keep this level so you can see how it goes. What is the most important part of the lottery software is down below. You will see the position drawn. You will see letter A, which means for accepted, and then letter W, which means for waiting list. And then student names will come up one at a time. And at once, we will see 3 student names. And as they go up, the letter and the number on the left side will change. We will start with, if you're accepting any students into a certain grade, we will start with A1, which is accepted 1. It will go up to a certain point. And then after the positions are filled, it will switch to W for waiting list number 1, and so on and so forth. We talked about that. A means accepted. Please pay attention to the letter. And also W means waitlisted. ELL preference. If a student has an ELL preference, student's name is added to the lottery list 4 times. We went through a change with the state, and this was changed last year. This is going to be the second lottery with the ELL preference. After the lottery drawing, the top draw for that specific student will be kept, and the following 3 draws of the same name will be removed from the list. So as a result, students will move up on the list. Here's an example. This is from one of our mock lottery drawings, and we will use the same names today during our mock drawing. Ronald Reagan was accepted number 1, and his name is listed under waiting list 5, waiting list 33, and waiting list 47. We will keep the first one, obviously, and then remove the following 3 names. So we will remove 5, 33, and 47. And John Adams is not accepted, placed on the waiting list number 7. The same name, John Adams, is being repeated on waiting list 45, 52, and then 53. And then we will remove 45, 53, 52, and 53. So we can keep just waiting list number 7. So we will do the same after the actual lottery drawing for those students whose names are going to be repeated 4 times. All right, this is the second time we are having the lottery online. And in the past, we had the lottery in person in the school, and it's on a computer, so there could be technical difficulties anytime. And especially during this live session, we might have some internet issues. We might have some difficulty with the live stream. So if something goes wrong, if we experience any technical difficulties during the lottery of a certain grade, the drawing will be interrupted. Results of the lottery, so you will see some student names coming up, but it wouldn't be over. Therefore, results of the lottery will not be saved. Therefore, we will start the drawing of the same grade level from the beginning. Possible technical difficulties are computer software failure, internet connection disruption, and YouTube live stream disruption. So what happens after the lottery? We will send the offers along with the registration documents to the accepted students' addresses. And students who are placed on the waiting list will be also notified. If you receive an offer along with the registration documentation, please complete the documentation and then return them back to your child's school. So we have 2 different locations, one on Lincoln Avenue Middle School and Frankfurt School Lane location, where we have the elementary school and the high school grades. So if you need any help, please reach out to your child's building operation manager and the admission officers. So those names are listed down below on this video, and they are for the Utica elementary, and also high school, K4 and 912. The operation manager's name is Mr. Yilmaz, and his email is o.yilmaz@SANY.org. For the middle school, grades 6 through 8, Mr. Basic is the operation manager, and his email is m.basic@SANY.org. We have an admission officer. If you're accepted and going back to the school, she will process all those documentations. And Mrs. Borovic is located at the Frankfurt location. So her email is v.borovic@sany.org. If you're a middle school student who are going to be accepted today, the choice is yours. You can either go to the middle school or you can go to the Frankfurt location, and then eventually all those documentations are going to go to Mrs. Borovic. So today, these are the numbers of students we have on the lottery and the number of students who are going to be accepted. So in kindergarten, we have 79 students today. We're going to accept 80 of them. Unfortunately, we don't have 80, so that means all kindergarten students will be accepted today. So if you're watching and if you have a child in kindergarten, so you're accepted. But we will run the lottery. We will just see, so you will see the names. In first grade, we have 18. We're not accepting any students today because there's rolling over students. They are filling the spots. There's not an open spot. Same goes for second grade. There are 23 names, not accepting any students today. So we will create the waiting list for those grades level as well. In third grade, 29 names, not accepting any today. Fourth grade, 44 names, we're not accepting any students today. In sixth grade, we have 39 names on the list, and our goal is to accept 44 this year. So again, for sixth grade, students and parents, if you're watching, we will run the lottery and you will all be accepted. In seventh grade, on the other hand, there are 51 names and we will only accept 25 of them. So the acceptance rate is gonna look like 50%. And 26 student names will be on the waiting list. In eighth grade, we have 20 names. We're going to accept 5 of them, so the acceptance rate is 25%. At the high school level, we're not accepting any students. We will just create the waiting list today. In ninth grade, there are 27 names, 10th grade, 7 names, 11th grade, 14 names, and then 12th grade, just 3 names. Reminder, A means accepted, W means waitlisted. I am reminding this again because this happened in the past. And since this is on YouTube live stream, you can always go back and rewatch. But in the past, some people missed some letters. They said I saw A, but it was W, or vice versa. So please pay attention to the letters. And that is the end of the initial presentation. We will run a demo lottery drawings first, so you can see how this is gonna look like. And then we will run the actual lottery drawings. So good luck to everyone. So first, I select the sample document. I'm just gonna go with kindergarten. So there are 62 names. And I'm just gonna accept 10 of them. And like I said, I will keep the adjust speed level here at 5. If I go to the left, it's gonna go slow. If I go to the right, it's gonna go faster. And another reminder here, if you missed a certain drawing of a certain grade, please rewind the video back to find that grade level, because you're able to do it during the live stream, and then you can watch that grade level. Once I select the file, choose the grade level, and then type in the open positions and make sure that speed level is adjusted, I just simply click on submit and just watch until the end. So accepted 10 is coming up, and after that we will see W1. So that's waiting list number 1. I'm going to make this go a little bit faster so you can see the result. I'm going to call this sample 1. And this is how it looks like. And every single time I'm going to open the file and show you from top to bottom. So that will be also another record on the YouTube live stream. And people will be able to go back and forth and find their child's name. So as you can see, the first 10 students are selected. They're accepted. And the following 52 names are on the waiting list. And as you can see, John Adams has been selected twice. His name is listed 4 times. So accepted number 2 will be kept, and then we will remove accepted number 3, and we will find the other John Adams waiting list number 19 and waiting list number 24. And because we're removing some names, those repetitions, students will go up. For example, Harrison William Henry will go up from number 4 to number 3. And that will be applicable to all the students. So Barack Obama, this will be kept on the list, and we will remove the other 3. Therefore, the names are going to move up. So let's minimize this. Let's run it again so we can compare. I'm going to choose kindergarten, can pick 10 names. I'm going to make it a little bit faster. This is just a sample. These are real names, our presidents. After the mock drawing, we will start with kindergarten. And I will call this sample number 2. So this is sample number 2. First 10 are accepted, and the other 52 are on the waiting list. So let's compare. The one on the left is our first mock drawing. The one on the right is our second mock drawing. It looks like John Adams is on both lists. What else? Roosevelt is on both lists, so Franklin. And it seems like that's about it. So this is just an example to show you how randomly it's picking students, in this case, presidents. So if you're ready, we're going to start with kindergarten. And let me close these. We don't need them anymore. In kindergarten, there are 79 students. Our goal this year to accept 80, but we do not have 80 on the list. So we're going to accept 79. And let me change this speed level to number 5 so you can catch the names. So good luck to all parents who are watching or will watch in the future, in the upcoming days. In kindergarten students, You're all accepted today. And once again, before I start, those names you're going to see today that we received before or on and before April 1st midnight. So that's a rule in the charter school in New York State. We still collect applications. Those applications that we received on and after April 2nd, they are going to be placed on the waiting list. So we will create a waiting list today, and then we will add those applications to the bottom of the waiting list. The second condition is the student must be a New York State resident. So if you do not see your name, I am running this live stream lottery today, but please send email to those names who are listed in the description of this video, so they will check those out for you. Your questions, you can send questions to the admission officer, Mrs. Borovic, or you can send questions to your operation manager, your child's building operation manager. So those names are listed in the description of this video. So good luck to all of you, kindergarten students. You're all accepted. We're just going to see those names. And kindergarten drawing has been concluded. And let's save the file, make it larger. I'm just going to scroll down so all the names will be recorded. One more time. And 79 names. And we're going to go with first grade next. We're not accepting any students today, so we're going to create a waiting list. So if your child is going to be on the waiting list, there is always a chance to go into our school coming from the waiting list because there are some mobility people. They come, they leave. It's the COVID pandemic, and people change their mind. And current students, they said they're going to attend, but we get to see some movement during summertime. People just move out of city or state, and there will be some open positions to fill in. And we always go back to the waiting list for that purpose. So today we have to create that waiting list, but you might get that letter and offer with the registration document. So please always keep that in mind. In first grade, there are 18 names. We're not accepting any today, and we're just going to create the waiting list. So here we go. In first grade, '18 names. Going into the second grade, there are 23 students. Like first grade, we are not accepting any at the moment. We're just going to create the waiting list. And this is the second grade result. And I'm just going to open the first grade document again. Student with the last name Hamel. There was an additional space tab between the last name and the first name. The student's first name is Ava. So Ava Hamel is on waiting list number 8. So let's get that on the record. And we are moving to the 3rd grade. There are 29 students and we're not accepting any students today. So we're just going to create the waiting list. Here we go. And 3rd grade drawing has been concluded. And this is the list, the results of the 3rd grade drawing. And we are going into the 4th grade. 4th grade is the last grade in the elementary school. Then we will move on to the middle school. So there are 44 names. And today we're not accepting any students. So we will just create the waiting list. Here we go, 4th grade parents, students. And here's the result of the fourth grade drawing. Now we're going to start the drawing for the middle school grades, starting with sixth grade. Sixth grade, our goal this year to accept 44 students, and there are 39 students today on the list. So that means we're going to have to get 5 more students. So going back to the kindergarten, we were going to accept 80, but we had only 79, and all kindergarten students were accepted. So if you know your neighbors, your friends, your relatives, if they're looking for an opportunity to come to our school in kindergarten and sixth grade, we have openings. So I just wanted to put that in here as well. So all sixth grade students will be accepted today who are on the list. So good luck to them. And this is the result of the sixth grade drawing. Seventh grade. Seventh grade has 51 students' names listed, and we are accepting 25 today. So good luck to those seventh grade parents and students. Here we go. And number 25 is coming, and we're going to start the waiting list. And this is the list of 7th grade drawing. And now we're gonna run the last middle school grade, which is 8th grade. There are 20 students, 20 names, and we're going to accept 5 of them. Good luck to 8th graders. Number 5 is coming up, and then we will start the waiting list. And this is the result of 8th grade drawing. Now we're going to start the high school grades, starting with 9th grade. At the high school level, we're not going to accept any students today. We're just going to create the waiting list. So there are 27 names, and we're not going to accept any students today. We're just going to create the waiting list. So this is ninth grade list. I'm going to pause here. I'm looking at my other screen. The student's last name is missing a comma on the file. So student's name is Micah. So Micah Murray, waiting list 22. We're going to run the 10th grade. There are 7 students. We're not accepting any today. We're just going to create the waiting list. And this is the 10th grade results. We're going into the 11th grade. "14 student names. We're not accepting any today. Just going to create the waiting list. I'm trying to check the chat box comments. And once again, please ask your questions to our operation managers and admission officer who are listed in the description of this video, but I'll do my best to answer. The students who are currently enrolled, they're giving the chance to stay and then roll over to the next year. So if they're rolling over from 8th grade to the 9th grade, and if there's not an open spot, we're not able to accept any students. And today, we almost missed the entire elementary school and entire high school. We didn't accept any today. But like I said, there's always mobility, and then there will be some open spots, and we will go to the waiting list and then call those students in. This is the 11th grade. And I would like to use this opportunity because I don't think we're going to see this in 9th grade, in 12th grade, I'm sorry. Those students who are going to be repeated several times, we will keep the first one and remove the other one, second, third, and the fourth one. And because of that, these numbers will change. Students will go up. And students are repeated because of ELL preference. I explained it at the beginning of this drawing during the initial presentation. And lastly, 12th grade. There are 3 students. We're not accepting any today, just creating the waiting list. And these are the students on the waiting list for 12th grade. And lastly, going back to here, I'd like to show you those names. If you have any questions, please reach out to these people. Operation managers for the elementary and high school. His name is Mr. Yilmaz. His email is o.yilmaz@sany.org. For middle school, Mr. Basic, m.basic@sany.org. Our admission officer, who is located at the Frankfurt location, elementary and high school building, Mrs. Borovic. Her email is v.borovic@sany.org. She will process all the registration documents and she will send all those offers. And I would like to thank you for tuning in and watching today our lottery drawing. And welcome to our new students. And if you're not accepted, please just wait for the call, wait for the mail. And like I said, there's always a chance. So enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.